new Black Wall Street. Do it right, build wealth, build life, economic empowerment, real tips, insight on with the new Black Wall Street. It's on the new Black Wall Street. Here's your host.
All right, Grand Rising to your brothers and sisters. Thanks so much for joining us here today on the new Black Wall Street as we welcome you to Wall Street. I'm your host, ERGJ, your certified financial educator, CEO of ERGJ Enterprises, ERGJ Black Bazaar, international best-selling author of the book, The Black Billionaires Club. The book that I wrote, guys, is a study of Black wealth. It's a study of the 12 richest Black people in the world today and how they built their wealth. And I just truly believe that if you want to be wealthy, that's a big if, by the way. I realized through my lifetime that everybody don't want to be rich. A lot of people talk about it, but some things that you must do in order to get there, and people simply aren't willing to do those things. Therefore, they stay where they are. But if you do, you begin with study. You study wealthy people. And so you can find a book by simply going to the website as we talk about studying wealthy people. See if the thing will work no more. So that begs the question then. So if we begin our journey by studying wealthy people, in the comments below, I'd like for you to share a wealthy person that you're studying. Who's your wealthy mentor? That's what I want to know, because y'all know who mine is. My wealthy mentor is none other than Warren Buffett himself. That's the first person, right? Because I'm an investor. He's the greatest investor of our generation, of my lifetime. And so guess what? I study him. My question is, who is your wealthy mentor? Or you might have quite a few. Because here's the deal, guys. Many of us got a lot of poor dads, a lot of poor uncles, a lot of poor aunts, a lot of poor grandmas, a lot of poor grandfathers. But we ain't got nobody rich that we listening to. If you want to be rich, you want to be wealthy, study wealthy people. Name one person that you... Grant Cardone. Oh, that's interesting. Grant Cardone is an interesting name. You might want to switch you might want to switch up studying Grant Cardone. Grant Cardone is you might think he's wealthy, but he's really over leveraged. A whole bunch of debt that he's acquired stuff with, but now that debt is coming home to roost, isn't it? Yeah. Everything that glitters ain't gold. Who else? Anybody else? Yeah. Now he's great at sales. He can help you sell a whole bunch of stuff, but he over leveraged himself and now he's going in a different direction. Yikes. So that would be the illusion of wealth, then, isn't it? Yeah, I look wealthy. I got the nice car. I got the jet. But all that stuff is on borrowed time. Is that really wealth? I don't know. Anybody else? Who's your wealthy mentor? Alive or dead, it doesn't matter. Who are you studying? Great question to ask this morning. We're talking about studying wealthy people. Well, you can find that book by simply going to the website. So when we start asking questions like that, it get real quiet. Like, I don't know, who am I studying? You find that book by simply going to the website, theblackbillionairesclub.com, www.theblackbillionairesclub.com. You can pick up your copy today. Hey, today's episode is being brought to you by ERGJ Black Bazaar, the Afrocentric marketplace, which specializes in Afrocentric home decor, personal care products, and also Black art inspired gifts. Of course, as you guys know, we've updated our website to be able to let you guys get in on the PPE, the personal protective equipment. So you can check out www.theblackbazaar.com, www.theblackbazaar.com. Pick up your mask, pick up your gloves, click up your hand sanitizer, all that good stuff. We're going to be sold out of those baby wipes today. But, we got some more stuff. We got Lysol disinfectant coming in. So I'm just getting, you guys ask for it, I'll go get it. I know how to find stuff. See, I'm like Red. I'm like Red from Shawshank Redemption. I've been known to get a thing a time or two. So you come up in here, because I feel like we in Shawshank Redemption in the hood, and I just know how to get a thing or two. So y'all, that's what y'all want. I go get it. I'll find it. We'll get it. He survived 5 corrections. Who? Elon Musk or Grant Cardone? Yeah, Elon Musk pretty cool. Anybody else? Who's your wealthy mentor? All right, check out ERGJ Black Bazaar, www.theblackbazaar.com, www.theblackbazaar.com. Hey, we got a sponsor for today. That's going to be Natural Skin Treats. That's going to be a Black woman-owned company as well. So you can shop black with ERGJ Black Bazaar. You can shop black with Natural Skin Treats. That'll be at www.naturalskintreats.myshopify.com, www.naturalskintreats.myshopify.com. They got sanitizer, they got soap, bath bombs, face soap, and all beard oil as well. They want you to love the skin that you're in. Everybody put in comments below, I love my skin. If you love your skin, you'll stop putting all the chemical processed stuff on it, and you'll put the natural stuff. So they want you to help you go the extra mile with a brand of natural skincare products to pamper your skin. Everybody put in comments, so I love my skin. I mean, I don't know what I'd do without it. I mean, I might not be here if it weren't for my skin. I love my skin. Well, if you do, you go ahead and shop black and shop with a black woman-owned company at naturalskintreats.myshopify.com, naturalskintreats.myshopify.com. Thanks so much, Natural Skin Treats, for sponsoring the show as we bring free financial education for our community. That's right, it's free. All you got to do is show up. And here's what I found. Even though it's free, people still don't show up. And then they go complain that nobody's teaching it when the reality is they're simply not coming to class. That's what's happening. They simply don't come to class. So it's easier to complain than to actually attend. Because when you attend class, you might have to take notes. There might be a test. You might got to pass. It'd be a pass or failing grade, and nobody wants to fail, so we just skip class. So we'll skip class and complain. That's how crazy we are. We sick, boss. Yeah, we sick, boss. In the comments below, let us know where you're connecting from. What city, what state, what country. We're broadcasting across the World Wide Web, across Facebook, Instagram, and also YouTube today, because we got a special message for you here on Financial Friday, what I like to call Financial Fortune Friday. That's right, man, because when we begin to learn what we don't know about money, we can begin to take care of this thing where God says, man, our people financially perish for their lack of knowledge about money. Y'all didn't know he said all that, did you? Yeah, that's kind of what he said. Is that my people financially perish because of their lack of knowledge about money. Now, the interesting thing is the whole book that he wrote, or that was written, or however you want to say, God inspired, all that stuff. I mean, it's got a lot to say about money. But yet we still lack in knowledge as it relates to money. We still call this thing financial illiteracy. We still need to level up with our financial education. Let us know where you're connected from. Good morning to you. Gigi is in the house. Thanks so much for joining us out of Florida. Good morning to you. Queen Vivian is in the house. Thanks so much for joining us as well. Not a whole bunch of chatter going on here. That's all right, because I'm going to keep on going. Now, today we're going to talk about how to flip that check. Yeah, how to flip that check. How to flip that check. Now, I'm going to be sharing some stuff out of the Bible because, again, it's one of the best financial literacy books ever written, and most people simply don't read it. I'll be doing this today and in the morning for the Money and Power Show, and then we'll also do it again tonight at 7 o'clock. We're going to have a virtual Bible study for the people that really want to get in the Word. So you can join us then as well, and we're going to be talking about that Newark, New Jersey in the house. Thanks so much for joining us, Queen Jamila. How are you? I know you know how to flip that check. That's right, man. You know how to flip that check. Who else is here? Tiffany Taylor is in the house. Good morning to you, Queen. Thanks so much for joining us. Hey, y'all know what we do, guys. We're going to first begin with our attitude of gratitude. That's right. We're going to show a little love, our attitude of gratitude with our 10 affirmations this morning. In the comments below, let me know what you appreciate this morning. What are you thanking God for this morning? Go ahead and put that in the comments below as we go through our 10 attitudes, our 10 morning gratitude affirmations to help us develop an attitude of gratitude. What are you thankful for this morning? Now, that's one of the principles of wealth as well. Just to let you know. One of the principles of wealth is for you to appreciate or thank or appreciate what you do have. Right? To appreciate what you do have is a simple principle of wealth. So while you might be coveting what you don't have, let's get into a mindset that we appreciate what we do have as we go after more of what we want. Okay? As seek ye first the kingdom of God, and all these things shall be added unto you. So do you appreciate what you do got? No matter how big or how small that is, our 10 morning gratitude affirmations as we begin our day with an attitude of gratitude. Thank you for this new day. I'm filled with happiness and gratitude. I'm grateful for another chance to live my life. I'm grateful to feel the air in my lungs and the beating of my heart. I'm thankful simply for being alive. Thankfulness and appreciation and sincere gratitude are a part of who I am. I'm grateful for who I am, and for what I have. I invite gratitude into my heart. Today, I will have an attitude of gratitude. Thank you. And I'm saying, I'll be telling God, thank you in advance. Thank you for the blessings this day will bring. An attitude of gratitude. 10 morning gratitude affirmations. I believe you incorporate this into your life, you'll begin to see that you have everything you need, although you might want a little bit more. There's nothing wrong with a little bit more. Nothing wrong with it at all. Now, y'all know what we do, man. We're going to pay homage to our ancestors here today as we look at and uncover, right, an African-American inventor who changed the world. And this comes out of the book, African-American Inventions That Changed the World, by a brother who wrote this, Mr. Michael A. Carson. And today we're featuring a sister. Her name is Mary Beatrice Davidson Kenner. Mary Beatrice Davidson Kenner. Now, y'all know what we do on this show. If y'all learn something new, you just simply put in the comments below pineapples. That is our indication that we're going to learn today or we have learned today. I ain't never heard this name, so I can't wait to find out what the heck did Mary Beatrice Davidson Kenner do to change the world. Now, why do we do this? Because it gives us, we go from attitude to appreciation to inspiration. Say, man, if I can be inspired by history to know that if someone else did it, however long ago it was, if they did something that changed the world, well, surely in 2020, I can do it today. So let's find out what Mary Beatrice Davidson Kenner has done to change the world. In 1956, everybody put in comments on 1956. That'll be about what, 50 years ago almost, right? Before I was born. In 1956, a sister named Mary Beatrice Davidson Kenner invented the sanitary belt. She also had several other patents, including a carrier attachment for an invalid walker. Okay, the sanitary belt. Let's find out what this is. So in 1959, Kenner invented the sanitary belt. This device was a feminine hygiene product that allows women a better way to manage their menstrual cycle. How many guys know about that? I mean, I ain't a woman, so I didn't even know y'all had a sanitary belt. Okay. This device featured an easy-to-use adjustable elastic belt that was designed for women to wear that held their sanitary napkin in place before the days of self-adhesive napkins. Okay, I guess women, y'all know what the hell that type she's talking about. Okay. Prior to her invention, women often used a variety of homemade pads that were crafted from various fabrics and other absorbent materials. These pads were secured with safety pins or clips. During the 1960s, sanitary belts were not only more practical, they were also more convenient and secure for women. In 1959, Kenner also invented an improved version of the sanitary belt. This improvement featured a moisture-proof napkin pocket. Kenner's groundbreaking invention transformed feminine hygiene products. Many companies expressed interest in purchasing the patent rights for her inventions. However, once they discovered she was an African-American woman, they retracted their interest. Kenner was not interested in financial gain from her efforts. She was more concerned with making life easier for people rather than fame or fortune. Kenner also patented several other household and personal items, including a carrier attachment for an invalid walker in 1959. Now, I don't know what an invalid walker is. I don't know what that is. And women, I guess y'all know what the heck we talking about here when we talk about a sanitary belt and some and a moisture-proof napkin pocket. I'm sure y'all know what that is. But nonetheless, Mary Beatrice Davidson Kenner in 1959 created something that changed the world. Now, we don't get this in Black history. They don't talk to us about all the wonderful, beautiful things that we have done because it's going to be too long. It's going to be an all decade thing for us to get all our history. But here's the deal, guys. We get our own history. Why? Because we got this wonderful thing called reading that we can do. Absolutely. So here today on the Money and Power Show, Mary Beatrice Davidson Kenner, inventor of the sanitary belt and the invalid or attachment for an invalid walker. We put some respect on your name. We put some respect on your name. Okay, she said her grandmama had them. What did you just walk into? Hey, man, we talking about history, brother. We gonna change the world, man. We gonna change the world. So Mary Patrice Davidson Kenner has invented something that changed the world. Let's catch up on these comments. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Lovey Hobbs in the house. Good morning to you. Let us know where you're connected from, what city, what state. Hit the like button, the share button if you care. Tag somebody if you care. We're gonna be talking about how you flip that check. All right, right. I'm thankful and grateful for my son Malik, alive and well. Absolutely. Wonderful life you're thankful for. Miss Vivian Reed, very thankful. Queen Vivian, Queen Mona's in the house. Happy Friday to you from Kansas City. Hey, 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 hey. That's right. Gigi's in the house, man. I'm thankful, looking forward to blessings this day will bring. Absolutely. What's going on with you, man? Mr. Ballhead, Miss Jamila Walker's in the house. Queen Sabrina's in the house. Good morning to you. How are you? Thanks so much for joining. 1956, yes, we do. Okay, y'all, unsanitary belt inventor, sanitary belt pineapples. If y'all just learned that a black woman made that invention to help women, go ahead and put a console of pineapples, right? We're gonna honor that we're learning something because that's what this is about. What's going on, Mr. Tracy, man? Hey, we gotta bring you on. I think you got don't you got the hot pick comb or something like that, brother? I think that's who that is, Mr. Tracy. I believe that's who you are. If so, man, definitely want to bring you a hot shawty, something like that, man. I believe that's who I'm talking to. Not quite sure. But anyway, let's keep this thing going, guys. So, what's the first thing you want to take a look at, guys? I figured let's just do a quick little coronavirus update because it looks like, I don't know what's going on with Rona. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on with Rona. We got the World Health Organization here, guys, showing that we have a lot of penetration in the United States, but not a whole lot of penetration everywhere else. It just seemed like, Rona like United States. And it's like, don't like Russia, don't like Canada, don't like Mexico, don't like Africa, but they love the United States. This is why you'll hear people come up with these theories like, is this really, not that it's not real, but it seems to be very controlled. I mean, it seems to be very, very controlled. At any rate, we got a German that's made a website to kind of help us out as it relates to states or countries, and then you can break it down by states if you're in the United States. But we're not going to do that today. I just want to give you guys an update. We're showing about 678 that have been infected, 678,000, according to numbers that they have clearly said that they fudged. They've clearly said that, you could walk into the hospital and they might not even test you and they can say you got coronavirus. We begin to understand that this is what's going on when we actually realize, like, okay, we've been lied to. So the numbers have been fudged. And here's the deal. There's probably a good reason why they've been fudged. Why? Because the love of money is the root of all evil. And when you start talking about who benefits the most, hey, if I'm a hospital and my funds are tied to what is it called, prescriptions or prescribing or diagnosis, and I diagnose somebody has coronavirus, and they're gonna give me $13,000, put them on the ventilator. Well, I guess you got coronavirus. I mean, I have a little cough. Sound like coronavirus to me. Now then, if we got to actually test you, there's gonna be more money that come to us because we tested you. Oh, I sound like you got coronavirus to me. I mean, you got a little sneeze or something like, oh, that must be corona. So now we got people that's being diagnosed without being tested. And there's money involved. Everybody put in the console, follow the money. See, once you move, I want you guys to understand this. Once you move, I'm sorry, I'm not showing on screen. Once you move from a socialistic mindset as a black person, because we care. I mean, I don't know why we care so much, but we care. We're people who care. But we're not necessarily people who actually think. We care, but we don't think. And because we care so much, it's very easy to manipulate us because they know how to put something in front of us that makes us move based off our emotions instead of moving based off of our thinking. And because of that, we find ourselves trapped in a space called capitalism, but we're socialists by nature. We're village-minded people. So it's very hard for us to adapt the philosophy of the European when we come from Africa. So many of us, only a few of us have adopted understanding capitalism. Everybody else is still village, socialist, kumbaya. And that's the problem, right? That's the problem. Now, nothing wrong with caring. Great, care. But understand the system that you live in. Understand the society that you live in. And if you and I do not develop some semblance of a capitalistic mindset, we will forever struggle in America because this ain't where we're from. This ain't our country. I mean, we live here, right? But it says you could be in this world, don't be confused, be in the world, but don't be of the world, or something like that. We can be here, but we don't have to conform to being here. I don't know, something like that. So, at any rate, I think that's very interesting that there's money tied to this thing. And if we understand that there's money tied to this as well, then once we begin to understand, we say, well, how can I actually earn some money? By knowing that money is tied into this thing some way, somehow. Well, there's this wonderful field called healthcare. And if we look at healthcare, this particular field has been popping lately. Let me give you an example. I know y'all like, what you talking about, brother? Enough of Corona. I ain't got to talk about Corona. There's this industry called healthcare that's been popping lately. Let's look at one of the biggest healthcare companies in the world, United Healthcare. Must be called that for a reason. United we stand, divided we fall. So United Healthcare, take a look at this real quick. If we look at this, I'm not going to go into a full-blown out thing today on this. If we look at this, we'll say 3 months ago, right? United Healthcare. Let me help you out. Let me go a little bit. Let me help you out. 3 months ago or 2 months ago, let's just say here, this was back on February 14th. United Healthcare was trading at $300 a share. And then we had the big crash, the big Corona crash. Everybody putting down some Corona crash. This is what happened. Corona crash, pandemic. We're going to call it Corona crash. That thing came all the way down to $200 per share, right? On, what day is this? March 20th. March 20th. So from $300 down to $200, that would represent a negative 30% drop, right? Because $100 from 300 is 30% of 33% of 100 or 300. So then from March 20th up until today, right? Guess how much it's trading for now? $298. So the healthcare industry, if we said we understood, now I told y'all this was going to happen. I told you healthcare was going to profit the most from people getting sick. Did I not tell you guys this? Of course, what do I know? I'm just a young brother from Decatur, Georgia. I don't know nothing about money. I've been studying it for 10 years, but I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Not until you actually see it. So from March 20th until today, it has recovered all of its losses. And now we're at $300 a share. Now, check this out. We went from $300 down to $200, which was a negative 30% drop. But if I got in on March 20th and said, well, hey, healthcare stands to benefit from this. Healthcare is going to be popping. There's a lot of money going in healthcare. Why? Because a whole bunch of people are getting sick. Well, if I'd have got in at $200 and now it's $300, that would represent $100 on top of my $200, which would represent a 50% increase. Now, how many guys would say, you know what? I'd love to have a 50% increase in my portfolio in 1 month. 50% growth in 1 month. How many guys would take that? Put in the comments, well, I'll take that. I take that. We're going to do a little puffy today. I take that. How many guys would take that? How many would take that 50% increase in your wealth, 50% increase in your retirement accounts, 50% increase in your fortune in 1 month? Take that. Now, how many guys remember I told you this was going to happen? How many of y'all guys actually did something with knowing that this was going to happen? Now, how do we know it's going to happen? Because it always happens. There's nothing new under the sun, right? History repeats itself. I've been saying this over and over again, but guess what? Only a few people come to class. Which tells me, because we're not interested in building wealth, many of us, as far as the Black community is concerned, because it never shows up on our radar, right? We're more interested in talking about love or relationships. We're more interested in talking about reparations. We're more interested in talking about Donald fucking Trump than we are getting rich, building wealth for ourselves. We're more interested in that stuff than leaving an inheritance to our children's children. Think about it. Look down your timeline and see how many people talk about getting some money. Nobody. They want to talk about Rona. They want to find something good and negative, something drama-filled, something that's going to bring more dysfunction, that's going to add more anxiety and stress to their mentality. But I tell you what, you start getting this money, you start feeling a little bit more secure, would you say? Very interesting. So I simply tell people that you are the product of your own thoughts. You find what you're looking for. Matter of fact, so much so that Facebook, YouTube, Instagram keeps feeding you what you like to eat. In the comments below, I'd like for you to share. Be honest. Be honest. What do you like to eat? If we were to come to your Facebook, Instagram, YouTube right now, scroll down your timeline knowing that the algorithms are made to give you what you want, what will we find? What will we find? You feeding yourself. I can tell you what we won't find. For many of you, most of you, we won't find that you eat wealth. We won't find that in your diet. We won't find money in your diet. We won't find financial literacy in your diet. Of course, you might tune into this show every now and then, but generally speaking, you ain't eating on that. What's in your diet? Your mental diet, your spiritual diet. See, they have been studying you. When I say they, I'm talking about Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. I'm talking about people who own and control this world. They've been studying you. They know you better than you know you because you actually pay no attention. Pay no attention. Let's catch up on these comments, right? I ain't gonna go too far into healthcare because I don't know. I went through that. And when I started rolling this stuff out, I kept telling you, here's what's gonna happen. And I just got lucky this time. I got lucky this time. It was luck. Yep. I just happened to nail this one. Yep. Matter of fact, Thomas Freeman from Kentucky, he sent me something the other day. He said, man, you told us about Carvana. I think it was Monday. What day was that, Thomas? And he sent me something. He's like, yeah, you told us not to buy it. And he sent me the screenshot of what happened with Carvana. And I said, wow, look at that. I was right again. That's 2 for 2. I can keep going. Now, here's the deal. If you and I can make great, let's just say guesses, educated guesses on what's going to happen in the future, because we've seen it all before. Everybody put it out, so I've seen it all before. It's a song called I Heard It All Before, but you actually have seen it all before. And you could go back in history and say, well, here's what I saw before. It's more likely it's going to happen again. Shouldn't we be able to profit off what we know is going to happen versus acting like we don't know what's going to happen? Let me say that again for the people in the back. Shouldn't you and I be able to profit off what we know is going to happen versus acting like we don't know what's going to happen? See, there's a population, there's a few of us who really believe that this is something new. They really in their mind are like, oh, Corona, this is new. This has never happened before. This is brand new. And they forgot that there's nothing new under the sun. They forgot there were plagues that went to Egypt. They forgot about the Spanish flu. They forgot about Ebola. They forgot about Zika. No, this is something brand new. Really. Silly wabbits. Tricks are for kids. That's childish thinking. When I was a child, I thought like a child. But now that I'm a man, I put childish things away. How many of you guys be honest? I'm still thinking like a child when it comes to money. I still think like a child when it comes to money. Let's catch up on these comments here, man. See what's going on. All right, man. Good morning to you. Sabrina out of Salisbury, North Carolina. I ain't done yet. Oh, it's Fortune Friday. I'm going in today. Oh yeah, y'all see the fire going up my. Woo! It's going down. Pineapple. Right. Praise Lord. Help us not fall in the trap. Follow the money. Absolutely. It's no joke. Absolutely. Follow the money. Say that money is making people lie to themselves. Amen. Absolutely, man. Corona crash. That's right. Corona crash on March 20th. Very much so. It is a nonprofit home, but profiting like Oprah. I know that's right, man. Yes, you said it. I did. I told y'all you didn't know what you don't know until you need to know it. Okay, yeah, I got that. I'll take that. Take that. I'll take that 50% increase in portfolio and S&P IRA in 1 month. Absolutely, man. Good morning to you, Thomas, Mr. Freeman. I own it, he said, man. I own that thing. Absolutely, man. I did nothing with that knowledge. Now, let me ask you this. So if you get the knowledge, see, people say this, if you know better, you'll do better. Right? That's what they say. That's why I tell y'all that's a myth. That's not true. Now, Sabrina was honest. She said, I did nothing with that knowledge. So if you know better, but you do nothing with what you know, then that proves that don't necessarily mean that you'll do better. It's not until you actually do better that you do better. Everybody put it down, so do better. Because it's not about what you know. It's about what you do with what you know. That's the difference between knowledge and wisdom. And many of us are constipated on information. Whole bunch of information. I mean, we smart. I mean, I'm not going to act like I'm talking to the bottom of the barrel of people. I know you're intellectual people. You are smart cookies. Y'all didn't show up here because y'all dumb. Y'all showed up here because y'all smart. Y'all want to take y'all education to another level. Y'all want to go higher in the Lord, right? You want to go higher. But it's not about what you know. It's about what you do with what you know. Now, let me ask you this question. If you simply executed or exercised or applied or did something with what you already know, if you didn't learn anything else and you simply maximized doing something with what you know, 10 years from now, would you be wealthier or poorer than you are today? If you didn't learn anything else from this day forward, this is all you got, and you actually did something with it, would you be wealthier or more prosperous, or would you be broker 10 years from now? Answer that question for me. Would you be wealthier or broker if you just did something with what you already know? This get me into our topic today, because I ain't 8:30. I'm making good time today. I take that flawless fitness and I have positive energy on my timeline. Absolutely. I like money. Resources for students. Absolutely. Wow. Absolutely. I must do better. Absolutely. No joke. Right? If you ain't learned nothing else, no more knowledge, no more information, right? This is what you got. And you did something with it. You say, this all I got? God, these are cards that's been dealt. This all I got. How many books could you make in the game of spades, in a real life game of spades? How many properties could you acquire in a real life game of Monopoly? Well, what you know? Seen it all before. Seen it all before. Seen it all before. They forgot all that preaching. They said they believed. Amen. I know that's right. Do better. Do better. Right? I kind of half-assed it. Okay, and do better. That's cool. Hey, we got to be honest. That's where we begin. If we can't even be honest with ourselves about our, what I call stupid tax, we didn't know. I mean, we knew, but we didn't know better. That's why we have stuff like this, so we can recharge, we can recalibrate. Say, man, okay, I messed up. I may have messed up in 2008. I may didn't take advantage of it. All right, but now it's a whole nother opportunity and time in 2020. Am I going to do something with it? Right? Concentrate on information. Concentrate on information. Concentrate on information. Wealthier. All right, 10 years from now, I'll be richer. All right, so you guys would agree that, hey, if I did something, if I just did something, what got into action with what I do know, and stop worrying about what I don't know, because we still want to get to the don't know stuff, right? Because what we don't know is still hurting us. But shoot, I can also say that what I do know can help me. Let me say that again for the people out. What I don't know is hurting me. But on the flip side of that, what I do know can help me in every area of my life. Now, I talk about money because that's the lowest form. Money is something that you can count. It's something that's tangible. It's something that we can have. We don't have to argue about money. We're going to argue about feelings. We're going to argue about politics. It's hard to argue about money. Either you got it, you got more of it, or you don't. Either you earn $5 or $4 or $6, or you didn't. It's hard to argue about money, right? So that's why I like to talk about money. But these same principles apply across every area of your life. So if what I don't know is hurting me, I can also say what I do know can help me if I just use what I know. If I just use what I know. Everybody put also use what I know. Use what I know. Now, let's get to the main topic for today, because I love my people. Right? Normally, this would be something I would probably charge you for. I would do a webinar about it, say join my class, $50 and all that stuff. I don't do that no more. You know why? Because the value that I bring, people happily pay for in one way or another. And I also understand this principle that I can't outgive God. So right now, I'm going to try to outgive God. And I'm going to see what God does. So we did the affirmation earlier, say, thank you for the blessings you bring into my life today. So instead of me trying to come up with all this stuff to say, join my webinar, we'll go through that, I ain't going to do that. I'm going to give it to you free. Because we have just found out I gave it to you free about a month ago. And many people still didn't do anything with it. Still didn't do nothing with it. Can't make this stuff up. Can't make this stuff up. Now, what was I talking about? So I was talking about how to flip that check. Everybody putting also flip that check. Now, we know there's some fighting going on in the land. People now didn't get their whole $1,200. Maybe they did. I don't know. They expecting. I don't care about no $1,200 check. I know how to make $1,200 myself. All right. And I understand what comes along with getting that check. But nonetheless, I want to talk about it because this seems to be what's important to some people. Okay. All right. Trader Boss, watch recording. If you missed this, absolutely. Use what I know. Use what I know. All right. Use what I know. All right. So, how to flip that check, right? So you get a $1,200 check, and here's the deal. If you don't know what to do with it before you get it, what's more than likely going to happen? More than likely what's going to happen is you're going to do the same thing with that $1,200 that you do with every other little bit of money that comes into your hand. I don't know what that is. You tell me what that is. What do you do with the money that comes into your hand? What do you do with your paycheck when it comes? Do you find yourself having more now than you did before? Or do you find yourself just going through the same cycle over and over, month after month, right? Too much month, not enough money, over and over. Start with a month, then we get to a year, then we get to a decade. And the more things change, the more they stay the same. Nothing seems to happen. I might get a raise or two. I might make a little bit more money. I might move into a higher echelon, a more expensive house, a bigger house because I got a bigger family. But at the end of the day, I'm still broke. At the end of the day, I'm still living paycheck to paycheck, right? And that just seems to be the American way. So I'm just simply doing what everybody else does. Instead of trying to stand out, I'm fitting in. Instead of actually trying to think of a better way to live, right? Because I've come that you should have life, live life, or have life and live it more abundantly. I've come that you should have life, something like that, and live life more abundantly. He also says something like this. I pray, right, that you would prosper as your soul prospers. There's also something that says this. I read the book, says something like this. For I know the plans that I have for you. Right? I know the plans that I have for you. Plans for a hope and future, prosper, something like that. Somebody read that off. Y'all know what it is. Jeremiah 29:11. I don't know by memory no more. I used to say it all the time. But he said, I know the plans that I have for you. Plans to give you a hope and a future and to prosper. So if this be true, then there are things that happen, I would say, opportunities that come into your life that you can actually do something with, right, to get into the place of prosperity. And it just happened to be something where you're going to get some unexpected income. Everybody putting down some unexpected income. It's not regular income. It's not like you work for this, or maybe you kind of did work for it. You've been paying taxes your whole life, but this is unexpected in the form of a stimulus check. Now, the stimulus check, it could serve a lot of purposes. Obviously, take care of some pass through stuff or whatever, help you keep your lights on. I don't know. Or you can use this stimulus check to stimulate your very own economy. Everybody put also stimulate. It's all about a shift in mindset. Instead of me thinking about what I need to pay, I start thinking about, okay, how can I use this? How can I stimulate my own finances, my own bank account, my own economy? And if I start thinking like that, then I gotta say, well, I got this little bit of money, and I understand, if I've been listening to ERGJ long enough, that money is a seed. Everybody put that comment. So money is a seed. Money is a seed that can grow if I've planted in good fertile ground. And not above and beyond that, if I actually listen to people, right, that are wise in what they do. In other words, I don't go to the meat man and start talking about asking him about jewelry. I'll go to the jeweler and ask him about meat. And that's what many of you guys are doing. Right? Then somebody sign up to some new network marketing company, say, oh, we can do this, we can do that. You're like, yeah, you just signed up yesterday. How you gonna teach me something in one day? That don't make no sense. I listen to experts. But that's what we do all the time because it sound good, look good, no experience, not good. Everybody put counsel, there's safety in wise counsel. There's safety in wise counsel. This is why you got to find you a money mentor, a money teacher, a money coach, someone in your life, whether it be in your family or not, that's wise when it comes to handling money. And you're willing to listen to. That when they tell you no, it means no. Not that it needs to be a conversation, an argument, because you really want to do it. This is your teacher. He said no. But guess what? You're going to do what you want to do anyway. That's what people do. And so I've come to understand that the reason why many people are having struggles with money is because, hey, number one, you're stubborn, right? You don't listen to anybody, right? And here's the big thing. You prefer to do things your way, even if it doesn't work. And you feel good. I did it my way. I did it my way. And it didn't work. I still feel good because I did it my way. See, what I learned is I stopped worrying about doing it my way. I stopped worrying about, man, let me just do what works. Everybody put down, so do what works. I don't give a damn if it's my way or not. I mean, I can add my own little personality to it. I can add my own little, into it. But if that one works, I don't need to fix something that's not broken. I just simply need to do what works. Simple. Simple stuff. Simple lessons. Okay? So here's my question to you. I'm going to read this because we're going to do this tonight too. I'm going to try to get through 842 and get a little bit today. This is part one. So I figured it was necessary. The whole Money and Power show catered towards helping you to fix your mind. Because if you fix your mind, the money is easy. But if you never fix your mind, the money will always be hard. If you fix your mind, the money will be easy. But if you never fix your mind, the money will always be hard. Because your mind is jacked up, thinking. And the thing, you don't know it's thinking because this is how you've been thinking your whole life. So you think it's okay. You think it's right. You think it's good. It is good. To each his own. As a man thinketh, so is he. As a woman thinketh, so is she. Does that mean it's good? Is it working? You gotta answer that for yourself. Gotta answer that for yourself. Is it working? Now, here's what I find interesting. Because this very same thing that's going on right now, right? People forget that this has happened before. Remember, I said history repeats itself. And this is a little parable, but it's a parable about money and people getting money. Let's read through this thing and see what y'all gather from it. So I am coming out of I believe the NIV Bible, but it's called the Parable of the Talents. Okay, very simple. They call it the parables of the bags of gold. We're going to call it the parable of $1,200. Now look at this. It'd be like a man going on a journey who called his servants, called the American people, called the citizens, right? Because we know, if you guys don't know, we are servants of America. We put in all the hard labor, right? And entrusted them to some wealth, entrusted them to some money. To one, he gave 5 bags of gold. To another, 2 bags, and to another 1 bag. Let's just say they all get the same. We know this version is about them getting the money according to their ability. Okay? Then he went on a journey, right? The man who had received the 5 bags of gold, he went at once. Everybody put in console at once. Now, if he went at once, right, and put his money to work and gained 5 bags more, he already knew what to do with the money. He didn't have to ponder, think, research, The time had come. He had got blessed with $1,200. He started working right away, and he doubled his money. Okay. But the man who had received also the one with 2 bags of gold gained 2 more as well. So the man who got 2, or another man got $1,200. He went off with the work, doubled that. Then the third guy, he got 1 bag. We would say he got the same amount. Doesn't matter. He went off. He didn't know what to do. He was, you know, how many guys? Let me ask you this: how many guys have actually been in a position where you had got, I'm gonna tell you a story, where you had got money and it was the kind of money that you never had before. And when you got it, you didn't have the education, you didn't have the foundation, so it kind of scared you. You was like, ooh, maybe you sold a house and you got some equity, you got a $20,000 check. First time you ever got a $20,000 check, you're like, ooh, what am I supposed to do with this? This is how some people are when it comes to $1,200. They never had $1,200 in their hand at one time. They're like, ooh, I don't know how I'm supposed to get scared. How many guys been in a position like that? You got some money, more money than you had ever received before, a lump sum, and it was just like you knew that you needed to know what you don't know, but you didn't know at that time, so you didn't know what to do. You got scared, and you said, "Let me just put it over here. Let me hide it so nobody steal it. I don't know what to do with this money." Now, notice the difference between the 2 guys, right? The first guy, he went it once. He already knew what to do. He went to work. He made that thing. He doubled that thing. The second guy looks like he did the same thing. He must have known what to do before he got it, so as soon as he got it, he can go to work. But the third guy got the money. He was like, I don't know what to do with this money. Now, let's be honest. How many guys right now, you're saying to yourself, this $1,200 check, that's supposed to be stimulus. It's supposed to stimulate something. Now, we know what they wanted to stimulate. They wanted to stimulate the economy, so you go out there and do what you always do, which you go spend more money. But you might be saying to yourself, man, I want to stimulate my own economy. But how many be honest and say, I don't know what to do? I got the when I get the $1,200, or if I already got it, I don't know what to do with this money to double it. You see the difference between the first 2 guys and the third guy. What do you do? Well, here's the first thing I would say. First, first it requires you having a goal or having a desire to double the money. If your objective is not to double the money, you'll never even think about ways to make it happen. Would you agree? It's not even on your radar. Not even on your radar. Like, it's like, how many guys know there's some people who don't even know that you can double money, who don't even know that you can multiply money. It never crossed their mind that you could actually multiply money. They think in linear terms. They think the only way I can get money is by working for it, by trading my time, trading my hours to get it. That's the only thing they know. So when I say multiply money, it's like, what are you talking about? This is new. The hell are you talking about? They think of multiplication like I'm gonna go up on some board and do some multiplying. Huh? How many guys, be honest, how many guys know what to do? Now, I mean, I'm not trying to point you out. I'm just saying the place that you begin in your development growth is honesty. And if you refuse or you have a hard time simply being honest, it's going to be very difficult for you to get rich. The right way. You can get there a lot of ways, but an honest way. It begins with honesty. Like, this is where I am. Here's what I know. I don't know what I don't know, but I do know what I do know. And what you talking about right now, I don't know that. Let's get those out of the way. That means that you're just here to listen, absorb what you can absorb, learn what you can learn, and try to implement it later. But it's going to help you to not do some stupid stuff that other people are going to do. Okay? Let's keep going. Let me catch up on these comments. Woo-wee! It's getting hot in here, man. Do what works. How many guys struggle with that? You know, you got this idea, you take it to somebody. I guess you take it to them because you trust them. I guess you take it to them because you value their opinion. And they be like, I don't know about that. And you be like, well, it don't matter what you don't know about. I want to do it, and you go do it anyway. And then it'll be like, then when you finish it or you complete it or you're in the process of it, you realize, I should have done that. I should have listened. You took it to him, but then you didn't listen. Isn't that how we live our life sometimes? Let's be honest, right? Struggle, stubborn, don't listen to, do it my way, right? Do what works. Do what works. There's safety in wise counsel. What's going on, Sydney, man? Stimulate the mind first. Absolutely. History repeats itself. Do what works at once. At once. Now, in order for you and I to move at once, we got to know, we already got to have a plan. How many guys got a plan for the $1,200 that comes into your hand? How many got a plan for it? I mean, you kind of know it's coming, right? So that should move us to a plan. That should be, okay. Now, this plan could be you put out a budget and you said, okay, here's where every dollar this $1,200 is going. It may not include a doubling or multiplying. It may only be, right? It may only be, okay, I'm going to just keep doing what I've been doing and pay my bills and stuff like that. And I'm just giving you a different thought process. Say you already been doing it. Maybe it's time for you to take a chance. Maybe it's time for you to take a small risk. Maybe not with the whole 1,200. Maybe with 300. Maybe with 2. And just see. Because if you don't double the 12, maybe you can double 2. Maybe you can double 1. And then you get 2. And then you double the 2, then you get 4. Then you double the 4, you get 8. Then you double the 8, you get 16. Let me ask you this. If you learn how to double 1, can you also repeat that same process and double 10? Can you also repeat that process and double 100? Can you also repeat that process and double 1,000? And can you also repeat that process and double 10,000? Can you also repeat that process and double 100,000? If you just learn how to double 1, would you agree that you could just repeat, rinse and repeat, bigger scale? That seems plausible. So am I telling you to try to double the whole 12? No, I'm telling you, just like the Bible said, hey, according to your ability, according to your risk. See what I'm saying? This is where we're going with it. According to you. So you see, the first guy, he took the whole 1,200. He's like, shit, I got this. He went in one. He wasn't scared. He wasn't scared at all. I ain't scared. Let go. And the second guy, he probably got, let's just say he got 1,200. He did 2. So that'd be 20% of 12. So he took 4. He like, shit, I'm going to do something with the 8. I got to do something with this 8 over here. I got to take care of house and home. I got to keep my wife happy. But I got 4. Okay, I'm going to do something with this 4. This 4, we going to do something. He went to work and said, I got this 4. I ain't scared. The other guy took the 12. I don't know what to do. Oh, Lord, the sky's falling. Run, everybody, run. Chicken Little thinking. And I don't believe I'm talking to Chicken Little people. I don't believe that. Black folk are too intelligent, too smart, made too many contributions, built America on our backs. We ain't going out like that. Not under my watch. I am my brothers and sisters keep up. I'll teach those who come to class. Just that simple. Now, for those who don't got Chicken Little thinking, for those who you just simply don't know, I'm not. You just listen. You just watch and listen. I got 5 minutes left. Make sure y'all come tonight. For those who do know, though, I'm gonna give you this question. Okay, give you this question. For those who do know, you got 7 days. In 7 days, your house is going to be foreclosed on. In 7 days, your children are going to be taken away by defects. In 7 days, you got 7 days. All you got is $1,200. In order to save your kids, in order to save your house, maybe they do a garnishment on your wages or something. I don't know. Brothers, we've been through that before. You gotta come up with $2,400. And it's got to be documented so that you can prove how you got it. So I ain't talking about buying no weed and all that stuff. I'm talking about something that's legitimate. Something that you can prove. This is what I did. Here's how it happened. And it did not mean that you borrowed money. You got $1,200. You got 7 days. The master is going to return. The master just gave you the $1,200. In other words, he invested in you. He said, I believe in you, brother King Aaron. I believe in you, Queen Glinda. I believe in you, Queen Keyshawn. I believe in you, Queen Vivian. I believe in you, Gigi. I believe that you can do it. I believe in you, Sabrina, Queen Sabrina. I believe in you, King Sid. I believe in you so much so that I'm going to invest my $1,200 into you. Because although you don't have it, I believe that you're the type of person that know how to go get it. You got $1,200 is given to you by the master. You got 7 days to save your kids and to save your house, and it requires that you find a way. Everybody put it down, so find a way. That you find a way to have $2,400 by this time next week, or your house will be taken. Your kids will be taken, and you will be crying. Here's your homework for tonight. If you choose to show back up at 7 o'clock tonight, what you gonna do? That what Hulk Hogan say. What you gonna do, brother? What you gonna do, sister? What you gonna do? Now the master believes in you. Because I wouldn't give you the money if I didn't believe in you. I got stuff to do, so I can't sit here and coach you and talk to you and help you figure all this stuff out. You own your own, sister. It's your kids that's on the line. It's your house that's on the line. What you gonna do? This is the New Black Wall Street, the Money and Power Show. What you gonna do? I tell you what, you don't want to be like everybody else. Your kids on the line. Your house on the line. Your livelihood is on the line. What you gonna do? $1,200 you got, your seed. You got a week. Right? No shenanigans, no borrowing money from nobody else. You got to figure out how you're going to turn $1,200 into $2,400. Maybe you already know, because some of y'all are ready to go. Shit, I'm ready to go. Some of y'all, I have no idea. I got to figure something out, and I got to figure it out fast. What you going to do? Here's what I know about people. When their back is against the wall, they get very creative, and they figure stuff out. When they are living in their comfort space, they don't think at all. Your kids is on the line. Your house is on the line. The master believes in you so much so that he just invested $1,200 in you to give you a head start. Everybody put in the so I got a head start. All you got to do is figure out how you're going to turn that $1,200 so you can give the master back $1,200 of what he gave you, and you got $1,200 for yourself. And you got a week to do it. In the comments below, I'd like for you to share something that you learned today. I don't do this just to do this. I do this to make a difference, and hopefully we made a difference in your thinking today. In your thinking today. We'll be back at 7 o'clock tonight to continue this conversation. This is just part one. This is just part one of what you can do or what you gonna do to flip that check. My mentor, Mr. Warren Buffett, says this. My money mentor, that price is what you pay. Value is what you get. Right now, I want to think about the price you paid to be here, which is your time. It didn't cost you anything free, but it actually cost you something that's way more valuable than money, which is your time. And as you think about the time that you spent here today, whether it been for an hour or for 30 minutes or for 5, I hope that you got some extreme value back in return. So I'm simply asking you to answer this question in the comments below. Was this worth your time, and why? Was this worth your time? And why? Now I know I talk much faster than you type, so I give you some time to type that out because I want to see what you guys got to say. Because you know what I'm saying? Because we not slow. No, we're not. We just have somebody got to challenge us in our thinking because we haven't thought like this before or in this way because we've been conditioned to think however we've been thinking for the past 25, 30, 35, 40 years, 50 years, 60 years. I don't know. Let's see what you guys saying here. Oh, Lord. I got to go back. Right? Right? Do what works. At once, Lord have mercy. All right, I blew it. I blew a blessing. I gave it away. Oh, at once. I don't know what to do. Okay, that's for being honest. If I get it, I'm going to ask for help. Then you start there. Okay, I don't know what to do. Okay, being honest. Good morning to you, brother King. Right? Yes, I can double according to my risk. Okay, all right. Find a way. All right, find a way. 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 In order for you to find, you got to be looking. Let's get that out. In order for me to find, I have to be looking. Now, that also means there's this thing called opportunity cost. If I understand in order for me to find, I got to be looking, that also means I got to keep myself from being distracted from things that's not going to help me find what I'm looking for. This is all philosophy. So if I got to find a way to save my kids, to save my house, that means I got to be looking. And in order for me to be looking, I also have to keep myself from being distracted from the things that's going to keep me from looking to find a way. I might not have time to scroll through Facebook all day today if I'm finding a way. I might not have time to sit in front of the TV all day today if I'm trying to find a way to flip that check. What am I saying? It requires focus. Everybody put also focus. You got to focus. If you can't focus, it's going to be hard for you to find a way. Because what will happen is the answer will come for you. But you're going to be so inundated with everything else, whether it be the kids, whether it be the work, whether it be whatever, that you're gonna miss it. It's gonna be you'll be like I didn't even see it. It was but somebody else will tell you, it was right there, and I didn't even see it. I was how many guys, to be honest, you kind of scatterbrained. You got so much stuff going on. I got to do this. You got a whole little checklist, like, and nothing on your checklist did you put find a way. No one on your checklist said, okay, learn today how to double money. You didn't put that on your checklist. You put everything else on your checklist, though. Oh, do this and do this and boom, 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 and like, hey, did you make any time today to look so you can find a way? See, I know how to do it. But also know that as an educator and a teacher, it's not good to just simply tell you without you thinking. I'm going to do that's what I'm talking about. That's an educator. That's a good student right there. I'm going to do my homework. I don't know about y'all. I ain't playing. I'm 1,200. What I'm going to do, house and kids on the line. What are you going to do? All right, find a way. Got a head start. I got a head start. You got a head start. You got a head start. Right? I'm making a difference. Appreciate you, teacher. I have a head start. You got a head start. I'll tune in tonight. I got a head start. Right? That every word is truth and value. Right? About stocks. Right? Stocks is cool. We talking about a week though. We're talking about a week. Right? Scared money don't make money. Right? Thanks for teaching me how to think about money. As always, absolutely. What are you gonna do? How about you? What are you gonna do to flip this 12 into 24? You help me shift my thinking. Keep doing what you're doing. Appreciate you. Always a blessing to work my time in 1 week, right? Just because it challenges me and my mind thinks instead of being idle. Absolutely. King Aaron, yes, you have me thinking hard about ideas that can have me get to 24 from 12. Absolutely. I invested money into buying stock and inventory, and I say, okay, fantastic. Urgency, multiply money according to risk. Learn what to do. All right, yes, I learned how to think about a plan for our children, grandchildren, and household. Right? It was worth my time because I know that I have not been a good steward. Woo! Honesty. This has opened my mind, eyes, and desire. Thank you, Evan. What's my homework? Right? Cheryl Rogers in the house. Thanks so much for doing it. This was worth my time because it sparked different thoughts. Focus. Right? Focus. Extreme value. Always worth my time. Focus. Right? Yes, I'm trying to see. I'm asking for help, brother Evan. All right, happens often. All right, yes, sometimes scatterbrain. All right, see you tonight at 7 p.m. All right? Remember, guys, your kids on the line. Your house on the line. What you gonna do? This is the New Black Wall Street, the Money and Power Show. I'm your host, ERGJ. And I want you guys to remember this. It takes a village. It starts with us. Let's build as we climb together. We all we got, beautiful people. Matter of fact, we all we need. And thank God, that's more than enough. Until next episode, see you tonight at 7 o'clock. You know what time it is. Mr. DJ, hit the music.
The new Black Wall Street. Thanks you for joining the show. We gave a lot of great tips, but it's time to go. Take the knowledge we shared, hope you use it and grow. We'll see you all there at the next episode of the new Black Wall Street. The new Black Wall Street.